Yeah. So basically, I've been playing basketball my whole life. I'm
Hmm.
28 right now. Been playing basketball since I was about 9 years old. And around after high school, I started getting like a lot of knee pain. I went to doctors, checked it out. They said it was tendonitis, and they told me to do stuff like strengthening the quads, strengthening your legs, and a bunch of stuff like that. I did all of that. Legs did feel stronger, but I would still consistently get that knee pain.
Yeah.
And so for years, I was just trying different types of workouts. Just to strengthen the quads or strengthen the hips, all of a bunch of stuff, and still felt a lot of knee pain. So I just decided to just push through the pain, and just hopefully, it doesn't get too bad. So and then I'll start knee brace. I'll put knee brace or like ankle brace if like I roll my ankle. I would wear an ankle brace, knee brace, and I felt like as long as I can kind of just put away the pain for a little bit, then it would be okay. But as years went by, it got to a point where it was like uh, I just couldn't. I remember walking upstairs after a game one day, and it was like so much pain. After so much pain, I was like, I felt like quitting basketball, and it was like pretty like dark time, and so I actually stopped playing for a bit, hoping that if I rested, maybe the pain will go away. And so I stopped for like a month and try to go playing again, and the pain will come back again. So I was like looking for on YouTube and stuff like that, just looking for random things, maybe I'll figure something out. And then I came upon uh, your one of your videos, I believe, with his name's Kadur Ziani,
Yes.
and he was uh, he was just talking about barefoot training and stuff like that. And so I was intrigued. I was like, I tried all these other different methods, working out and everything, wasn't working. To him, I actually thought I had to go get surgery. So we had like a 45 minute like
Assessment.
intro session, like
Yeah.
a seminar thing, and yeah, like you said that we could get rid of this knee pain without having to get surgery.
Right.
And
You tried knees over toes before, right?
yeah, I've tried knees over toes, and like I felt like my knees were getting like my quads were, everything was getting stronger, but the pain just was still there. Like I did see like muscle gain or like strength in the legs, but the pain was still there, so it didn't really accomplish the goal that I wanted it to accomplish.
Right.
And so we started the training, and the first the within 4 weeks, I think it was the fourth week, um, I already felt a huge difference because just walking up and down the stairs normally, like I get knee pain, and I think it was the fourth week where I wasn't even thinking about it. I went upstairs to my room, and for the first time, I noticed like there was no knee pain, like zero knee pain from walking up and down the stairs. And from that moment on, I started believing like the fascia training was actually going to work. And I think it was week 6. It's the first time I went back onto the basketball court to play, and I just felt like my movement and everything was. I didn't do anything besides the fascial training, and on week 6, I can already see my movement was so much better. When I was jumping and playing, like there was no knee pain. So I seen like within 6 weeks when I know I did so many things for years, like workouts and this and that, and none of that worked. But within 6 weeks, I've been able to move better, be faster, and jump higher too, just by doing the fascial training. So that was a very good sign.
Yeah. Very so good. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. All
Thank
right.
you. So what do you say to those people that they are they're doing the muscle training versus the fascia training? Like since you had the taste of the both world, like
Yeah.
what do you say the biggest difference is?
I just the translation from like the work that we do to the court, like I could actually see the translation. Whereas like when I do muscle based training, I don't really see a translation onto the court. Like, yes, I feel stronger, but when I play, like if anything, I feel too tight or like sometimes I feel slower even. Whereas when I'm doing the fascial training, um, I just feel so much better and my movement's better and there's less pain. And, I just feel like there's a good translation, like doing these type of workouts instead of the muscle driven ones.
Got you. Got
Yeah.
you. And but one critical thing that we understood is that the ankle has to stabilize,
Yeah, for sure.
right?
100%. Yeah.
And you during this the course we were doing the training, you also landed on somebody's foot. It's like an accident. You landed on somebody's foot and you actually sprained your ankle, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So normally, when that does happen, I'll be out for like 2 months. I landed on the guy's foot. Both my legs actually turned over fully. So I was thinking like, oh shit, I'm gonna be out for a good 2 months, and we met up it was like week 7. No, it was like I think it was like week 8 or something like that.
Yeah.
And you gave me a couple different. You adjusted the exercise a little bit. We did more like hyperbaric meditation stuff, and within 2 weeks, I was back to 100%. Like that's unheard of,
Yeah.
like going from normally spraining my ankle and being out for 2 months, and this way we did these specific workouts, and 2 weeks and I'm back playing basketball again, and I feel good.
Yeah.
So that was very good to see as well. Put more confidence in the training as well.
Yeah. Very good. So would you recommend this to somebody that have chronic knee problems?
Oh yeah, 100%. Because it's definitely, there's so much value in this program, and if I could go back 5 years, 6 years ago, and do these workouts, like I feel like I'd be in such a better position than I am now, as far as like athletically and, just like, of course, I'd definitely recommend it. I've actually tried recommending this to a few of my friends. They don't believe me. They think I'm lying. I don't know. I tell them like, yo, I'm just doing these simple workouts, like, and I start to feel like glute tension. They're like, I don't know. They just don't believe it. They're like, no, I have to do squats or like, like lift heavy, like doing squats. And I actually talked to the guy yesterday, and he's like, I'm like, oh, how's your training going? How's like your knee pain and everything? And he's still complaining about how his knees hurt. And I'm like, maybe you should try this. Like, I'm trying to save you, your time and energy.
Right. Because you already tried it, right? So
yeah, I tried, and it's like,
yeah,
people are too stubborn. I don't know what it is. Maybe, like you said, it's mainstream brainwash or something. Like,
yeah. Yeah, it is. I mean, that's how I started too. Like doctor, when I had knee pain, doctor said you got to strengthen your quad.
Yeah.
And I strengthened my quad to 2x my body weight. So how strong do you want me to be?
Yeah.
But I still had knee pain. And then, I observed that one of my athletic friend, he never had knee pain, and he lifted less weight than me.
Oh.
So he's less stronger. So we're in the gym, he lift like half of much as me.
Yeah.
So I know it has nothing to do with muscle. I'm like, it can't be the muscle. I mean, he's jumped higher and then he's able to absorb that force. Yeah. So how is that possible, right? That's when I first started to look into the foot, because he had a different type of foot. Mm-hmm. And that's how I, got to interview Kadur Ziani. Yeah. I found out that he grew up just completely barefooted and his foot is extremely strong. Yeah. So I know there's something hidden there. There gotta be some type of mechanism that powers all this. Mm-hmm. So here we are. I mean, almost 9 years later. Yeah. Yeah. I heard I saw one of his videos too. I think he's like 47, still dunking. Like, yeah. After Achilles tear too, or something like that. It's pretty crazy. Yeah. He still can do it. I mean, it's just, if you can take care of your fascia. Yeah. Because your foot does, one of the interesting fact about the foot is like mainstream people don't know is that your foot continue to grow longer. Mm-hmm. And this growing will eventually, make you lose the fascial tensioning of the foot. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But people don't understand that. They just, maybe every year they get a bigger shoe. Yeah. They can keep on getting their muscle bigger, but the knee pain and the chronic pain doesn't stop. Yeah. Yeah.